Hello, it's Jennifer again. I just wanted to give you a couple of tips and thoughts about how the libraries work. There's a difference between academic libraries and public libraries and what they can offer you. And as someone who might be doing some research, it's good to know what the difference is. When you go to the SWIC library page, you will see that down below we have our resources kind of laid out with articles, books and movies, and then our Find Facts tab. And to access them, you can just kind of look here. Now, the Articles tab is going to look for online articles for you, and we contract with 4 companies, and we pay to have a subscription to them. And so we pay an annual fee. And we found that these 4 databases are the ones that support our courses and classwork the best, which is why we've selected it. EBSCO gives general articles. JSTOR kind of gives more historical articles and has a really great depth. Nexus Uni is newspaper articles and news sources that you can get. And Opposing Viewpoints looks at controversial topics, both sides of an issue. Now, we also have these little lower links down here, so if you wanted to get more specific and look at things like that, you can do so with the lower links on our search widget. Now, books and movies, that's just going to search our library catalog. So we are connected with the 91 universities, libraries in the state of Illinois. So when you're searching for something in here, you will actually be accessing not only what we have at SWIC, but then you can expand it to search for things that are outside of SWIC. So that's pretty powerful. Now you can start just by searching SWIC here, or you can search all iShare libraries just right here. And that's the bigger collection of 91 university libraries all together. And you can search in the different title, author, keyword, or ISBN right down here. And we also have additional lower links down here if you want some ebooks and things like that. All of those are located in the lower portion of a search widget. And we also have a Find Facts tab. If you just want some basic facts on a topic, you can look something up in here like astronomy, and it takes you to, first you have to log in with your eStorm credentials. But then it takes you to a place where you get like a little map and kind of highlights some things about your topic. Here is something coming from the Columbia Encyclopedia. And then down below, it'll show your entries that are coming from other books that are out there. So this is searching about 700 reference books that are out there. Anything that you want to read, all you have to do is click on, and it will open it up. And you can print, email, and save any of the entries in here. Same as the articles, you can print, email, or save any of those tools as well. And there's usually tools out along the top of the document that you look at that you might want to save. So that's how an academic library is set up in that way, so that you can kind of look at the things that will help you research. Now, a public library looks like this. This is the Belleville Public Library page. And you'll see right here, it's kind of giving you on the left-hand side places to look for things. Now, they don't necessarily have super robust online collections to search for like research articles. A lot of times people use the public library for genealogy and archive work, so they usually have a pretty strong area in that. But when you look at their online resources, which is what our article databases are kind of referred to as, our online resources, you can look here and you'll see what they have is more things for recreational reading. So they're going to give you a lot of access to ebooks and audiobooks and digital videos, music, audiobooks for free, the Creative Bug. This is their library catalog share. And how to use computer applications, some digital magazines, some romance books, books for teens. These are books for little kids. So that's not super focused on research articles like people are finding papers. It's more for recreation. So that's the difference between a public library and an academic library. Now, the cool thing is any library that you walk into, you can access their website and use their products on site. Only if you're a SWIC student Could you use these resources from off campus because you'd need a username and a password? The same works for the Belleville Public Library. If you wanted to come in here and use some of their online resources from home, you'd have to be a member of that library. Now, the Belleville Public Library does connect to other libraries just like SWIC does. They connect to Southern Illinois libraries, and I think they have 451 public libraries they connect to. So if you're ever looking for recreational reading and that's the things that you like and you want to read those, sometimes using your public library is best because they'll buy multiple copies of the newest Stephen King books. Whereas we over here in the academic library, we'll probably just buy one copy and there'll be some other libraries that'll have a copy as well. So it's not as robust if you're looking for recreational reading. We can usually get you a copy, but there's not as many copies available because we're buying books more on things that support the classes and what people are researching. So that's just an overview of how libraries work, what they're best used for. Know that you can walk into any library, whether you're not, you have a card there and you can use that library. If you need a computer, a lot of times you have to sign in as a guest and there's a time limitation. At SWIC, we allow the community to come in to use the library and you don't have to sign in at all and you can sit down and work for as long as you want. So we don't have a time constraint, but many public libraries are limited with how many computers they have, so you do have to sign in. But just know that libraries are there to serve you and to help you, and we're always happy to be there.